up, turds and turdettes? Welcome to Sample 4 of the Recrap. I'm your host, Laboratory Lindsey, and that's my co-host, Tara Pterodactyl. What's crappin', Tara?
Hey, turds, turdettes, how are we? Sample 4. Let's go. So what's going on, Lindsey? What's new? We haven't chatted in like a month, right?
Yeah, it's been a little while. I just got back from, I just started doing Girls on the Run again. So
cool.
Because basically everything else with running is, for me, is like not happening. So I guess that's my only remaining connection to running right now.
Where are you doing that at? Is it at your...
In Amherst.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Yeah, so that's how I did it last season too there, so.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
That's probably super rewarding.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. The girls this season are a little chiller than last season, so that's nice.
I can imagine. Is it high school or is it, what's the age?
Third through fifth.
Oh, geez. All right. So they're little. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, then they're all wound up after being in school all day. So it's just like, wah!
Yeah. I don't know why I said high school. I knew that it was younger, but.
They do have one for like older.
Oh, okay.
Girls.
Oh, that's very cool. I wish they had that like when I was younger. I think it's fairly new, but I think it's such a great program. And it's kind of like if I were to compare it to something golf related, the first tee. So it kind of like sets you up for everything in life too. Like it's not just about running. It's about like community and being involved in something and stuff. So I think that's great.
Totally.
That's awesome. I mean, I don't know. They have you as a coach. You teach them how to burp and shit in the woods.
All the best swear words.
Like number one rule, always carry toilet paper just in case. They're probably like mortified.
Things you can wipe with that aren't toilet paper.
Yeah. I know you girls aren't allowed to swear, but swearing is cool with me. I won't tell.
Totally fine. Don't tell your parents.
I get that a lot when I tell people that I'm a coach of college kids and they're like, you? I was like, listen, all right, I'm me, like behind my own doors, but I know how to behave in front of children that we're molding, okay?
Right. I'm actually pretty good. I think last season, I only swore once and it just came out and I was like, oh. And 3 of the girls just look at me. You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that. But I did accidentally slap a girl today.
Oh, God.
So I felt so bad. She was wearing glasses too. And I was doing jumping jacks and she ran up behind me and I just went bam and I hit her with my left hand right in her glasses.
Oh, I was going to say, did her glasses go flying?
Oh my gosh. I felt so bad. Then her mom shows up and I of course I told her because who knows, like she might end up with a black eye because I slapped her.
Next thing you know, you get a phone call. You're like, can you come down to the school a little early?
They're like, we think that we don't want you to be coaching these girls anymore.
This is Girls on the Run. None of this David Goggins shit. Stay hard. 3rd grader.
Who's going to carry the boats?
Who's got the boats? Let's go. Oh, God.
So what's been new with you?
Oh, I don't know. Same old stuff. I went to Florida for a few days with the golf team. That was lovely. They had to like drag me on the plane because I knew what I was coming back to for weather. So that was brutal. Ran a half marathon on Sunday, which we'll get into in a little bit. But I have something I want to chat about first before we bring on our guest, and it has to do with our boss.
Yeah,
our boss.
I have a bone to pick with him.
He's being a little bossy.
Okay. He's being a bit of a jerk.
A jerk. So 2 things. So he was giving us crap, no pun intended, recrap, about having to record tonight instead of last week when Mr. Eric took a whole week off and amigos. And now that he speaks fluent Spanish and he just dropped everything. And then God forbid we had to reschedule a night and it's like, we're underperforming. We're like on a pip, like he's about to cancel us. I'm like, what the heck? And then the second thing today, I'm listening to Alyssa's episode and he said, and I quote, "Screw the recrap. We're having you back, not them." What? Screw the recrap? He said it twice.
Excuse me? Excuse the fuck out of me?
Yeah. I'm like, way to go. Way to be supportive and build the team up. How about you tear us down? Jeez. Trying to build something here. And he's just negative Nancy over there. So Eric, I just want to let you know that at the end of 2025, your employees are doing a performance review on you. So you better get your shit together or else the girls are taking over. Okay?
And you're uninvited to your own Christmas party, okay?
Yeah, right? Turning the financials over to us, and we're going to be running this. So
that'd be a real shit show.
Yeah, right? This podcast would die in like a week.
Completely.
All jokes aside, Eric, I have to give crap back when crap is dished. And that's why I love our circle, because all we do, I feel like all day long, is give each other shit, and we can all take it and nobody gets their feelings hurt. So it's beautiful.
Speaking of Eric giving us crap and how he doesn't like my sign off, which is fine. He doesn't have to like it. But I've been trying to think of what else I can say. But you know what? My sign off is like, I'm paying respect to their sign off.
Yeah,
it's just
exactly.
like a play on words,
right?
Of their sign off. So I'm trying to think of something else I could tie in with that.
You know what?
So
too,
we'll work on it.
He didn't like that we switched up March Madness, but he said today on the episode that he actually likes it better.
Yep.
So, which you guys will hear about that after our episode. The outros. Is that what they're called? Intro.
Yeah.
The tros.
Right? The tros.
Yeah. Erika and Eric are going to come on and chat about March Madness. So stay tuned for that.
Yes.
But without further ado, we have our third guest, episode 4. Oh, sorry, stool sample 4, but third guest, because, the first episode you had to hear me and Lindsey to see what you're getting yourselves into. So now we're saving you all and bringing on guests. We have someone from episode 39 back in January of 2023. So 2 years ago. We would like to welcome the crazy runner from Derry, Katie Pisani. Katie, what's up?
Hey,
Hi,
guys.
Katie.
I'm happy to be here. What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, not much. Thanks for having us on. Thanks for coming on with us.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pumped to be here.
This is awesome. This was kind of like a no-brainer for us. We're all part of the 440 tribe. So we've actually spent a lot of time with each other. And me, so much, I spent the whole day with you on Sunday, which was fabulous. So let's dive right into it and talk about what we did on Sunday. Myself, Katie, and Erika hopped in the car, and this is why I love running friends. You mention it, and next thing you know, they're signed up, and they're like, I'm in! But we drove down to Essex, Connecticut, and we all ran the Steam Train half marathon, which is the only half marathon in the United States where you have to race a train. So the idea of it was so cool, and I know a couple people that have run it in the past, and myself and Katie have a pipe dream of completing a half marathon in all 50 states. Erika is an overachiever, and she's doing a marathon. So she just came for fun, because type A fun, right? What are you doing tomorrow? Let's go run a half. Sure. So this was our Connecticut. It was my 10th state. I think, Katie, was it your 10th state too?
It was.
Yeah. So Katie and I both have 10 states. And this one just looked so cool. It was just the whole idea. The train wasn't actually like right next to us the whole time. It just left the station the same time that you did. And obviously it went its way. There was a relay option. And the first leg of the relay was 8 miles. And the people that were running the second leg got on the train and rode the train to the relay swap. So they were waiting there for their partners, and then the second person ran the 5 miles, and then the train made its way back to the station, and you had 2 hours and 20 minutes to make it back to the station, and which we all did. So with that, you get the whistle that says, I beat the train, which was on top of a medal and a shirt. So we were all waiting for the train to come, and I got to tell you, it was so funny. Not funny, but it was just like you got like the true spirit of the running community, because you could see people and you could see the train, and we were like screaming. We're like, come on, you can do it. Like, you're so close. But I had a fabulous day. It was great. It was 2-hour drive down, 2-hour drive back. We pounded some McDonald's on the way home, had a beer after. And then Katie, what did you think about the race? You can talk about maybe the elevation.
So rolling hills. I mean, living in Derry, used to the hills. Definitely fun. I think the company made it so much better. So we literally were side by side for the first 10 miles. And it was great. I mean, the hills were doable. I think the entire race had 800 feet of elevation gain. I did have some choice swears when I saw some of the hills coming up. So that was definitely interesting because I was like, what the heck? Like, come on, dude, another one? But you knew with every hill, there was a downhill immediately after. So I'm glad that I saw the elevation map prior to the race because it was just up, down, up, down, up, down. And then mile 10, it was like Everest. And then you came down and then it was halfway decent. But I absolutely loved the race. It was small. I think a total of 475 people ran it in total, at least the half. I don't know about the relay. So, I mean, it was great. The weather was cool. The rain held because we drove down and it was gross. Then we hit the Connecticut border and it just stopped. So overall, would I do it again? Absolutely. Maybe after I complete the 50 states, but, no, it was a great race. The community was awesome. You know, I'm a big fan of all aid stations, whether it's just water or tables with goodies. Like the energy from the volunteers and the spectators and the people at the was just contagious. So you couldn't help but feel the love from everyone that was volunteering. You know, even at the points where we had to like make the turn, every single person there was just, they wanted to be there. Like they were cheering us on, each and every single one of us. Like, you look great. You know, we love your outfits. We had nothing special on, but it was
right.
awesome.
I know. They're like, you look great. I was
outfits?
like, I had to look down. I was like, thanks. Like, but it was what you
Yeah,
said about
pink shirt. I was like, oh, I guess that's
yeah. So the aid stations too. There were some that were like official aid stations, and then I think remember that house. It was like I think it was a couple neighbors came out and they had a pickup truck and they had orange slices and it was just like kids handing out random water and they had like the music was going. That was great. And then the bubble machine that we ran through, the little kid had their bubble machine on the sidewalk. That was great. But one thing, so we ran through. There was one road. We were on a body of water and these homes were multi-million-dollar homes. Like we were, Erika, Katie and I were just like look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at the backyard and that. Oh my gosh. And then at one point I was like, there are no bathrooms out here. That was the only negative I would give this race. They had no porta potties. They had one porta potty in the parking lot. One. So I was like
solo.
Yeah. So, and I'm like, could you imagine if you had a Code Brown out here and you had to take a dump on a freaking $2.5 million lawn?
Yeah. You can't poop on any of these lawns.
No. And I was like, I would probably just drop trowel right here in the road. Like, I'm like, look at that house. That house over there is a mini mansion that is probably $500 million. I am not pooping on that lawn. Yeah. I can't afford to poop on that lawn because I'd have to replace it, and I don't make that kind of money. I can't afford the lawn.
Even at the relay switch, there was no bathrooms. There was none. Not a single one.
Yeah. So I was like, thank God, knock on wood. I had to pee at one point, but I was like, I could mentally talk myself out of that one. But thank God.
But Erika did not poop before the race.
Yeah.
She made it from whenever she woke up until she got home before she pooped.
Yeah,
like,
all day long.
In the world?
Ran a half marathon, housed number 4 from McDonald's, a large, and didn't poop until she got home. I was like, that right there is magic. That's
miraculous.
Tell me, give me all of your tricks.
So what you're saying is I should not run that half marathon.
No. If you do, you got to get one of those like porter things that you can pop up and hop in and poop in the woods and then pick it back up and run. Yeah, I don't know. Like someone had to have had a Code Brown during that race. And I'm like, where do you go? Like there was nowhere to go.
Just wear some oops, I crap my pants while you're running.
Yeah. I mean, It was, yeah. And then like Katie said, after mile 10, which I would say the last 2/10 of mile 10 were uphill and then you take a right. And then I was like, you guys go. That's when I was like, go. Cause I was like, you guys are faster than me and I'm going to walk this hill because I just can't. And I looked at, I had all sub 10 miles except one 10:05 and I did like an 11:30 on that. Cause I was like, nope, I ain't got time. And I'm like, I got like an extra 15 minutes for the train. We're good. But that was on my elevation chart. That 1 mile was 162 feet out of the 800. It was just brutal. But like Katie said, once you got to the top, it was like all downhill. But then my legs are all junk because I'm like climbing hills and I was like a baby giraffe going down mile 12. So it was rolling hills, but a beautiful course. And that was a great race. We had such a fun time. It was so good. And I even said to Katie and Erika, I was like, you know what? I was like, I don't love running so much, but I love stuff like this. Like if I were to quit running, like I would miss just hopping in the car, driving a couple states over, enjoying a race, running with friends, and coming home. Like that's what I love about running. And Erika was texting me today because I mentioned potentially doing Delaware in December, and she's like, hey, I took December 5th off, and I was like, oh geez, like you're in. And I was like, I love that, like you're like this too. And I was like, and it's also helps because we talked about this too. Katie has a husband and kids, but like I have no kids, Erika has no kids, so I'm like, let's go. So it's fun to like find somebody else that is in the same situation. So that was a lot of fun. So that was our little fun Sunday. But Katie, let's talk more about you and what you've been up to since January of 2023. I know
so much.
We know a little bit of it, but
know.
Our listeners are probably, they're going back. They're going back, 39? So 160 episodes ago, because I will shout out to On the Runs, who reached 200 downloads episodes, which is amazing. Kudos to you guys. So let's see. You have your run streak. How many days are we run streak? Years? What's going on with that? You're still we're streaking, right?
I should know, but it's 5 years. So it was March 14th, 2020. I started my run streak. So it's like 5 years and 2 weeks or so. I'd have to figure that out. If you ask Siri how many days ago March 14th, 2020 was, she'll tell you my
That's awesome.
run streak
do
day.
You have it on your Strava?
So you've run a mile.
I don't do it every single day, but
you've run a mile every single day. Since
at least 1 mile every single day, upwards to 50 miles.
Okay, so what has been your weirdest, most unorthodox mile? I know you've run in some weird, like the airport mile.
Airport.
I think you've run.
I am a big fan of my airport mile. 100%. Like I have been known fully clothed. I'll bring my sneakers in my carry-on, throw them on. I'll have 15 minutes before we board, and I'll just run at the terminal. People will look at me like I have 6 eyes. Like I am sprinting through the terminal to get this mile in before I have to get on the plane. And then I'm sweaty and I'm gross and I probably smell at that point. But shit, I got my mile in. So I've done it before work trips, whatever. The last mile I did was after I had just ran the Disney Princess with some of my run friends, and Lauren was sitting right next to me, and she goes, you haven't done your mile yet. We're not going to get home until like 11. I'm like, oh, I was planning on doing it in my neighborhood. She goes, at 11 o'clock at night, go do your mile. So I threw on my sneakers. I think I may have already had them on, and I sprinted through the Orlando terminal, and it was actually perfect because we were the last gate at one end of the terminal, and I was able to run all the way to the other end, which was literally a half a mile to the other end and back, and got my mile. And I was like, yes. So I was super stoked. It was awesome. And again, fully clothed. Like I've done it in a skirt before.
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt you, but I love that you're saying fully clothed.
I know, right? Have we done naked miles? What's his
that? That would be great.
I have never. I can. Full disclaimer. I've never done a naked mile, but
we should make that a thing. The OTR yearly naked mile. All the guests need to come back. We'll meet at midnight. Make it a little less awkward.
If I get a treadmill, when I get a treadmill, yes. I will do a naked mile for y'all.
I love that. I don't know.
You can just come to my neighborhood. I live in the middle of nowhere.
That's so funny.
I have been known to, like, not owning a treadmill, and if Mike is gone and I haven't wanted to leave my children, I have been known to run around my living room.
Oh, God. See, I don't know how you do that. That would drive me mentally insane.
I can't get up very fast, so it typically ends up, the speed is probably could be fast for someone. It's like an 11-minute mile. So,
that's
but
decent.
Still running around my living room, around my dining room, around my dog, over my dog.
I guess maybe if you, like, my house is very small. My house is 1,004 square feet. So even for me, like at the end of the day, I look at my watch and I have like 9,600 steps. For me to get 400 steps, I am like dizzy because I can't really go anywhere in my house. So maybe if you have a bigger house, it's easier to do. So that's something I would do. I would do that. So I get that. So we get house and airport miles. I like that.
And you do driveway too, right?
I have done my driveway, and that's simply because my girls can look out the window and see me.
Yes. You know what? You get it done. I love that. You could very easily just quit, but you don't. So I love that. So, and you also have another running
you have a
streak.
half marathon streak too.
Yes, I do have a half marathon streak, so I've run at least one. Most months have at least two half marathons a month since October of 2018.
Wow,
Awesome.
that's great.
That is
I did
awesome.
learn the other day running with Katie that she prefers running long distances over short distances. So Katie
day
being
long.
a great friend, she has done a lot of, is it Sam Chaney, her training for Boston? You've accompanied her on a lot of her long runs. I was like, that is a really solid friend to have. She's like, oh, I have 18 tomorrow. Katie's like, sure. I'm like, you will not catch me being like, oh, 18, I'm in. Like, no.
And I have felt bad, especially this training cycle, people who are training for Boston, I have felt bad because I'm like, oh, I will join you for even your 20 milers. And then work, scheduling, Mike being gone, like things have just gotten in the way. So I've gotten like 3/4 of their long runs, half of their long runs in, which, 11, 12 miles is still a solid run to get in. But I want to run long. So I have truly felt bad. So I think on Friday I'm joining my friend Tracy for 16 of her 16 miles, just because.
That's awesome. That's a good running friend to have.
So speaking of Boston, talk to us about last year being part of Team Poland Spring along with Tara.
Yes.
Tell us about getting picked, like finding out that you got chosen, and just how your race went.
Well, yes. So Boston last year, Poland Spring, all day long, incredible company. Can't say enough wonderful things about them and all that they do for various communities, especially in New England, but across the country. But they are awesome. Props that the water is good too. But they hold a competition every year. It's on Instagram. They just ask you to share. All they ask you to do is share your running story. That's all they want. In a comment, share your running story. Why you want to run Boston, share your running story, etc. So I had already had the opportunity to run. So I did feel guilty because I ran Boston in 2019 with the Boston Children's Hospital. So I already had that opportunity, and Boston is incredibly coveted. So I almost felt guilty taking it away from somebody, but I shared my story. Bottom line, I lost my mom shortly after I ran Boston in 2019. So I wanted to do it again. And just have that opportunity. So I actually shared that story because of the voicemail. My mom left me a voicemail. My whole thing was my mom had left me a voicemail on Marathon Monday just saying, I knew you'd be a marathoner. You did it. And I believe actually last year the marathon was run on the same day that my mom had left that voicemail many years prior. So that was huge and so incredibly important. So yeah, Poland Spring chose me and just happened to choose Tara too. And it was awesome. I wholeheartedly say everyone follow, support Poland Spring. And if you want to run Boston, take a chance and enter it. But last year's Boston was brutal. It was by far my worst marathon to date. It was hot. Give me cool weather all day long when I have to run that long, but you train all winter in cold weather to go out and it's 75 at the start and you're like, well, shit.
Yeah. Never mind the 11:30 and 11:30 in the afternoon, which is kind of like nighttime start.
Well, and it is. And I can tell you, so another thing, Boston does have a solid 50, 60 porta potties at the athletes village.
Yeah.
But that clearly isn't enough when you have thousands upon thousands of people waiting to go, to the point, I had nervous bladder. So I had gone. I think I even got to go twice. And then we're at the start line. I'm like, well, I got to go again. So I literally was longing for a porta potty within the first and I think the first porta potty is at mile 5. And I'm like, what the heck? Meanwhile, all of these guys can just go and drop trowel anywhere they want and just let it rip. And I'm like, well, I'm not about to drop my trowel. And
right? I saw so many wieners, mile 1. It was
so
wild.
many wieners.
So many wieners.
So, and I feel bad because these are nice houses and everyone's just running up on their lawn peeing. And I'm like, well, It's great that I can see your ass, but I would like to go. And then I had to
wieners and
wait
bums.
almost 15 minutes. There was one single porta potty 5 miles in the road. And so I think I waited 10, 12 minutes just in that line to use that bathroom. I'm like,
yeah. And just to give you an idea, Katie and I started to get, this was, I will say, this is a memory that I will have forever. And I'm so glad that I had Katie. And like, there was other people on Poland Springs that I knew, but Katie and I, like, we did a bunch of our training runs together. We got a ride down to Boston together. We rode the bus together. And it was just so nice having that person, like, as a comfort. You were like my little teddy bear, my blanket. And it was awesome that we got to experience this together. And we ran basically the first half together. And then Katie stopped to pee, and I was like, I'll keep going. And then, of course, Katie catches up to me. I'm like, of course she does. But then I had to pee right at the half marathon mark. So I was like, you go. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to catch you. Because at that point it was, 1 p.m. and 75 degrees. But that was so awesome to have somebody on your team that you already know so well and to experience that. And that is one of the memories, actually, we can segue into the second one. But that was one of the best running memories I have. And I'm so thankful that we got to do that together. So yeah, you had, and Mike and the girls were there at the finish, right?
They were there at the finish. Yep. So something that happened in 2019 is, at the time I had an Apple Watch. I looked down and Mike had sent me a text and it said, outside the fire station, right there. So, but what he didn't neglected to say, or if he did, I didn't come up on my watch, was he was on the opposite side of, the street. So I was like, what the heck? So if you look at any of my pictures from 2019, I look like a lost puppy looking for its owner because I was looking for Mike and the girls and completely missed them. So that was a complete bummer, unfortunately. So needless to say, this year I knew exactly where he was going to be. I got to give them each hugs and kisses before finishing down to the finish line. So that was huge and so important. And then he had a beer waiting for me at the hotel. At the Westin Copley, there's a little sitting area, and so I went in there. I knew exactly where he was going to be. And he had a pretzel, like a giant pretzel, and a beer waiting for me. And at that point, I was just so hot. I was delusional. And I think that was marathon number 16, 17 for me. So I've done my share and I felt like complete dog crap. So like the fact that I didn't want to consume that beer was pretty huge.
That's very telling.
Yeah. Well, we were definitely in the same boat as a lot of people because it's listening to people that have been on the runs that have spoken about last year's Boston have all said the same thing, that it was just way too hot. And but nonetheless, it was an amazing day.
Boston. Like, yeah. You can't take that away. You can't take away the crowds. You can't take away the amount of effort that is put in by each and every single town that's along the course. It's it was the first Boston put on by Bank of America, which was a change, from John Hancock, yes. But yeah, so it was great. 10 out of, well, can't say 10 out of 10, but again, you can't take away the specialness that is Boston. So.
Yeah, it was great.
Agreed.
So that was one of my top memories from 2024. And another one was something else I got to do with you, the hamster wheel. So you did that as well last year, and you ran every single mile with me. And honestly, I don't know if I would have been able to do as many miles as I did if you weren't with me. So I thank you for that again. And again, another memory that I will take to my grave of something that I will never forget that race. That was so awesome. So did you have hamster wheel like on your radar, or was it just like a peer pressure thing with me and Erika? Tell us how that happened.
So I've obviously heard of it. Rachel Runs for Medals has done it. Erika got me into it. You were talking about it, and I have made a promise to myself that I'd run at least 2 marathons a year since 2019. So I've done at least 2 marathons, some virtual, some not. And so I knew I had done Boston and I needed something to do in the fall. So I'm like, why the heck not? And I didn't do my favorite ultra, which is the Can Lake 50 in New York. So I was like, let's do hamster wheel, and I loved it and I would do it again, hands down. Like, it is such an incredible experience. Another one where the race director is amazing. The food is amazing. The people there are just phenomenal and spirits are high, and you are out there in all the conditions.
How many miles did you end up with?
Oh my God.
Did you get 50? 4?
I did not. I got cold.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's another one where a lot of the dairy run crew came and completely surprised me and showed up. But it just got cold and it got dark. And I was like, you know what? I think I may have hit, 45? I
Yeah, I
just
was
didn't
gonna say,
have
you were
another lap in me.
North of 40.
I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm cold. I'm done. I need to warm up.
How many
But yeah,
miles
I would
is
recommend
one,
Hamster.
How many miles is one loop?
Was it
4.
4.2
Yeah.
or something, 4.1.
Yeah, because I did, how many did I do? 8? I did 8.
Oh.
So, and my watch was a little messed up, but I was close to 33 miles. So yeah, 4 miles.
But it was, yeah, I got over 40, but it was completely, you wanted the ultra, and I wanted as close to 50 as possible.
Yeah.
But I can say that Hamster Wheel was completely my jam because you start early and you finish. Whereas I have also done Anchor Down, which starts at 7 p.m. and runs through the night. And that just wasn't for me.
Yeah. I don't
Again,
know if I
another
could do that.
great race director, great community, but running through the night. I trip over my 2 feet, so running rocks and sticks and stones just wasn't for me.
Yeah, I get that. I agree though that whole the ultra community. So that was my first exposure to the ultra scene, and it was awesome. Like ultra people, runners in general, but like ultra people, like top notch. And Darby and her husband who run it, they were so nice. Like I felt like she was a second mom. Like
the food was top notch.
Yeah.
Like
they're awesome
all day long.
Yep.
So, Katie, are you doing it again this year? Just out of curiosity.
I don't believe so because I think it's the weekend of New York City, and I want to go cheer on New York City.
Eric.
I think it is. I think it's either New York. I want to say it's the same weekend as New York City.
I think you might be right because
I want
Erika,
to cheer them on.
Yeah, because Erika was like, oh, like I don't think she can go because of that. Because Erika is going to Hamster Wheel, but she's crewing. She's not running it. So
yes, and I think that's it. And I want to go and cheer everyone on. So that is my goal this year, is to cheer on New York City. It's so hard. That's my one fault is I want to hop in and run when I'm cheering. Like I get emotional. I cry. I'm like, let me run with you. I'm not the one that's like thankful I'm not running. I want to be out there running.
That's awesome.
So, Katie, one of the other races that you've been doing every year, is it in February, the Cupid's Undie run?
Yes.
Tell us about how did this year go and how did fundraising go, and tell everyone tell everyone what you run for.
So I am sad to say I actually did not run Cupid's this year.
Okay.
Due to like timing and other conflicts, it's the first year in 10 years that I missed. Cupid's Undie Run is a charity run. It's a 1 mile run in your underwear around Fenway Park. All of the money raised goes directly to supporting Children's Tumor Foundation. Children's Tumor Foundation was created to support those living with neurofibromatosis type 1, 2. And it's incredible. And it's an event that takes place across the country. I think there's probably 20 some odd cities in there that do it all around the same date. So, right around Valentine's Day, you will see plenty of people in their underwear across the country running for the same purpose. And again, it's only 1 mile, but it's probably, going back to Tara's question about the most unique mile that I've ever done is running around the inside of Fenway Park in my underwear. So that is close to being naked. Not quite, but close. But part of the reason, too, I didn't feel as guilty is I will actually be running Berlin this year, and I am running for the Children's Tumor Foundation. And I've already raised about $4,000, just shy of $4,000 so far for the Children's Tumor Foundation. So I will get to go and run, through the streets of Berlin, Germany in September, and know that I'm doing it for, it's 25 extra miles than the Cupid's Undie run, but I am pumped and so excited to represent such a great, charity and something that is near and dear to my heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
So two things. One, I feel like this February 2026, let's get a team together, an on the runs team for Cupid's Undie run. Let's do it.
I am down.
Throwing it out there because I will. A mile in my underwear around Fenway Park is like on my bucket list.
Well,
I've
I
already
can
done
tell
it. I
you,
was just kidding.
Yeah.
if you can raise 200, it might be 350 now, but you get open bar.
Oh,
So
geez.
it's 2 hours open bar
I will
prior
donate
to
it
the run.
myself.
I was just gonna say
2
that.
hours.
That's a
open.
really
If you can
good
raise
return on
Yeah.
investment for me. If you've ever drank with me, they're losing money.
at least $350, you get a pair of free underwear, you get a t-shirt, and you get open bar. And
I'm
it's
in.
2 hours prior to the race and 2 hours after the race.
Oh my God. So you could do like a drunken mile? If you said
completely.
the bar is open before the race?
It's only
Yes.
1 mile. You can
This
do
might
it.
be my new sport.
It's crazy. It is so fun and so worth it. And again, I mean, I get emotional because here you get half naked people, dancing and singing. And, some of them just do it because they want to hang out in their underwear legally for a day. But
It's for a
to
great
know that they
cause.
actually took the time to raise the money is pretty huge.
Yeah, and what did you say on the episode? I know the number and I don't want to misspeak, but how many, this was 2 years ago, they've raised how many millions of dollars just by this?
Oh, millions. I could look it up.
Yeah.
I embarrassingly don't know, but millions.
No, it's
of
impressive
dollars.
because it's the Fenway and the Arizona one too, correct?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that year, in 2023, the last time, that's the year I ran 4 marathons in 1 year. I raised $7,000 that year for Cupid's between Boston or maybe it was 10,000. I think I raised 7,000 for Boston and 4,000 for Arizona.
Wow.
So it's just amazing. And,
That's awesome.
so again, $11,000 for a 1 mile run in 2 different locations was pretty cool. So
That's great. And if you don't mind, I know this is hard to believe, but there might be some people that did not hear your episode 39. Shame on them. But can you just give them a little backstory? I know you have NF, and I believe Charlotte, your daughter, has NF, and kind of what that looks like a day in the life of somebody. And I know you have to do multiple MRIs and all that. And you actually told me before we started recording that it is not entirely genetic. So I didn't know that. So if you want to just touch a little bit on that and maybe educate our listeners some, that would be awesome.
Yes. So NF, 3,000, some people, I'm a spontaneous case, meaning no one in my family has NF. For as far back as we can go, not a single person. So, females do, some of the eggs do actually carry the NF gene. I was just lucky enough to have that egg drop and it created me. But what NF does, it causes tumors to grow anywhere that there is a nerve on your body. So whether that's inside, outside, on organs, on the skin, etc. It can cause scoliosis, it can cause blindness, it can cause bone deformation, a whole bunch of things. I am very grateful, knock on wood, that up to this point mine has remained stable. It wasn't until I got pregnant that I saw tumors grow, on my skin. So some people aren't as lucky. But Charlotte right now, my youngest, I did know that I had a 50-50 chance of, giving it to Charlotte. Because once an adult has it, your child has a 50% chance of inheriting it. My oldest does not have it. Nor will she more than likely carry anything. I mean, there's a small chance that she could pass it on, but just because I have it doesn't mean she'll have someone with it. But Charlotte does carry the gene. She has actually had probably 10, 11 MRIs already in her short little life. And she has an optic nerve glioma, meaning that she has a tumor growing on her optic nerve. So they want to monitor that. Under the age of 18, that's when it grows the fastest, and after it ends up kind of stabling out, I still get monitored. I get 1 MRI a year. I also have an optic nerve glioma, so they want to monitor that every single year just to make sure that it remains stable. And MRIs are just not fun. I don't care how old you are or whatever else. Even if you're not claustrophobic, they suck.
Yeah.
To put it plainly, I mean, they're not quiet, even with earplugs. They're not quiet machines.
No, sounds like a jackhammer for 30, 40 minutes.
So for me, I feel very fortunate. I just happened to be on a call last night with my Berlin team, and there is a gentleman who is on the team with me this year who actually runs with a blade. He shared his story, his running story, and why he wanted to run. And so he was born with NF, and he had to have his foot amputated. So again, like I've said, tumors can grow within the bones and the skin and whatever, and sometimes they have to amputate. That's the only way. And so they did amputate, the bottom portion of his leg, and now he runs with a blade, and he's going to run the marathon. So I think I was so inspired by that. Because again, they don't want this to control them. They want to control it. So I think it's awesome.
I find that so inspiring. I was listening obviously to On the Runs, but they were interviewing for the Boston, the one they dropped last Thursday. And I think her name's Anne. She's got stage 4 cancer, and she was so positive. I feel like people that have any type of illness or like a disability or something, they are the most positive people. And it's so easy that you could just, and I'm sure it does happen to some people, you could take it and just, be miserable and upset. And I get it. Yeah. Like that's going to be horrible to live with something, but it's so amazing to hear people like, I'm so lucky. Like it's like words like that. And me as a bystander being like, lucky, they use the word lucky and they have cancer but it's just so, it like gives me goosebumps talking about it. Cause it's like just how people, take it and they're like, this is it. And it was, this is the straw I was drawn, and let's go. Let's make something, good out of this. And like you've raised thousands of dollars for this, for NF. And, it's something, obviously your daughter, your whole family, because, obviously driving down to get MRIs and stuff. And it's, a big part of your life. So I think that's great that you're able to raise all this money and make a difference, because what they say when you're raising money, it's like $1. Like if you get, every single one of your followers on Facebook gives you $1, you get 1,500, so I think that's
exactly.
Awesome. So moving that into what we were just talking about, Berlin. So we kind of chatted about what you've been up to, and then, so what's coming up after Berlin is what, September 21st?
Berlin, September. Yep. My goal is this spring. I have a half. I'm running the Maine Coast Marathon, half marathon in May. Cover bridges in June, and somewhere in there, I actually want to try to squeeze in a virtual marathon because it's me. So, nothing crazy, super easy, super, relaxed pace, but, that is a goal of mine, to get that in, this spring. But then, Berlin, I am going to use my coach that I used a few years ago who got me my PR. Really, really want a PR again. That would mean I have to get if I go off Strava, it's like 3:56, but if I go off, the cheat marathon official time, it's like 3:55. So if I can beat 3:55, I will feel awesome. I like 3:53. That sounds like a good number. I don't think 3:45. I think I had fun running cheap. When I hit the 3, I think it was a 9-minute solid pace at a 3:55. So that seems tangible to me, but I would have to get my endurance back up. I haven't worked speed in probably over a year. Here and there, I'll do a couple things. But Berlin, I am super pumped. And again, the call last night just got me excited, to meet the people, meet the team, just get there. They were talking about the lunches and the brunches and, after the race, let's go to the beer garden. They get a couple tables at this beer garden. I'm like, sign me up. I'm ready.
That's
Sounds
great.
Perfect.
So that's going to be your 4th star, correct?
That'll be my 4th star. My goal is hopefully London in the spring, and then Tokyo in 2027.
Okay. So you're going to do one next year and then your final in 2027.
Yeah.
And then you'll have only like 4 more to go because they keep adding them.
Just keep adding them on.
Well, and then Sydney.
Sydney, yes. Yeah, they'll probably, by the time when you finish, they're going to add like 5 or 6 more. So it's fine.
It's never ending.
Yeah.
Never ending journey.
Yeah. So that's awesome. Sounds like you have a fun-filled 2025 scheduled for you. What else? Got anything else for us?
Oh, man. I don't think I am not that exciting. I wish I could. So no, I think Berlin is really my exciting thing. I'm super pumped to do that again. Super pumped to do it for the Children's Tumor Foundation. And then, looking forward to, I'll enter the London lottery, but considering my chances are less than 1%,
So you're saying
I will
there's
either
a
run.
chance.
I'll either run for the Children's Tumor Foundation again or run for a UK charity. I think being an American going in, I love giving back to the country that I'm visiting. So being able to give back to a UK charity could be, super important. Knowing that, and I will just put my efforts towards Cupid's next year, especially if I do run London. So that way, at least I know I'm fundraising, and not skipping a year, giving money back to them. So
I'm 100% in February 2026. Let me know.
Same.
I'll join your
Let's do it.
team and we'll make a day of it.
let's do it.
I love that.
Perfect.
So, well, Katie, I can't say enough good things about you. I just love you. I'm so glad the internet brought us together.
I love you both.
I was thinking about that the other day. Like, SRTT has brought so many wonderful people in my life, and I've continued these awesome friendships, and I can't wait to see what the rest of 2025 holds for us. And it's been fun watching your journey, and thanks for coming on the recrap. Guest 3.
Thank you so much. It was so
And I
great
love
to
odd
catch up.
numbers, so this is great.
Yes.
I like that I'm an odd number guest.
Listen, here's a sign, okay? You're guest 3, and you're going for a 353.
There.
See?
That's it.
There it is.
It's got to be.
Yes, sending
It's
you
written in the stars.
the PR vibes. That's awesome.
Whoop, whoop.
All right. Thanks, Katie.
Thanks, Katie.
Thank you, guys.
I just want to say one last thing in closing. Actually, 2 things, a segue. I want to wish 6-star Erika good luck this weekend at the
Yes.
Cheap Marathon in Derry. I wish I was going to be around. I'm actually going to Georgia this weekend to run a half marathon. And then I'm going to the Masters next week. I just want to put that out there. So if anybody's listening that is a golf fan, be very jealous.
No big deal.
I will be at Augusta National on Tuesday. Okay. I cannot wait. But Erika, good luck this weekend. If I was here, I would totally come down and cheer you on, watching you pass me 7 times, going back and forth on a rail trail, you crazy. I don't know.
So
she
insane.
loves her freaking rail trails. She loves them. And
She does.
I'm good for like 2 miles on a rail trail because then I'm bored. You and I are the same with that.
Yeah, the same.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But thank you guys for listening. And thanks to everybody who has participated in the March Madness. I think it's been successful.
Awesome.
I'm glad that we trumped Eric and was like, no, we're doing this. I think he needs a little bit more of that in his life. And he even said that he liked it. He thought it was a good idea.
At least he said something nice about us.
Yeah, right? I was like, maybe he meant to edit that out. But, I can't say anything nice about those 2.
I'm a little sad about the songs that are in the final 4. You're not gonna lie.
You know what's funny is I was listening to the end of was it our last one that we had Erika on?
Yeah.
And we were talking about walking into the run show, and we were like, we're all 5'9" plus, we're matching. And I was like, and then we were like, we need a walk-up song. And I was like, oh, whatever song wins the bracket will be our walk-up song. And I was like, it better be Work Bitch. And that is in the running.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that. It better be that.
Right? So we'll see. That'll
you guys
be
have heard that. You heard it here. It better be that song.
Yes. And how about I'll put this on the internet too. Whatever song wins, the 3 of us will do a reel to it. And it will just be us walking from far away into the picture of that song. With like our arms crossed. Just like badass bitches. Watch, Eric's going to be like, oh, the peanut butter jelly song run.
Oh.
He said that today.
I was like, yeah.
He's like, that one should have made it.
No. Disagree.
So stay tuned to Erika, and Eric are going to hop on here. And I think are they going to announce the winners? Because it's, I don't know. They're gonna do some March Madness rundown after us. So
yeah, that
was fun. I love Katie. She's such a sweetheart. She's such a great friend to have. So yeah, Lindsey, sample 4. We're freaking killing it.
In the toilet.
In the toilet. Sample 4 has been flushed. We've got a floater.
Oh no, I clogged the toilet.
Oh no, somebody grab a plunger.
Wait, you know what's missing from this episode?
Oh, what? Oh, burp. We haven't burped.
Neither of us have burped.
None. I've been drinking water all day. I have 0 burps on water.
Seltzer water.
That was so sad. Wow, that was good. That That was
all
decent.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was okay. Sorry,
So-
Erika, we didn't meet your quota.
Yeah, I know. She's like, at least 4. God, those guys are getting real demanding.
I know. Wait, we also have to remind everyone. Oh, my earbud fell out
Yes.
because I'm terrible at it. At putting it in my own ear. Don't forget to follow On the Runs
Yes.
on all the social media platforms.
Yes. Instagram. Facebook, which is not cool
Facebook.
anymore.
TikTok.
TikTok.
Is yours truly.
I have not been killing it
Her.
on TikTok.
You haven't? I
No.
don't have TikTok, so
I've been killing it on my own TikTok, but I need to do more on the runs. I'm killing it on my own. Follow me.
follow Tara.
Follow On the Runs too. But yes, so YouTube, check us out on YouTube. Boston Weeks. We are going to be at the Boston Marathon. Mile 19 is going to be lit. Like,
gonna be
we
a
are going to
fucking
be
party.
wild.
Yeah,
Wild.
yeah.
I am so
be insane.
excited. I have never cheered at the Boston Marathon, and I'm so looking forward to that. So that's going to be a fun day. We'll see you all there. And
And Patreon.
yes, if
Also
you want to
check
support
out Patreon
us,
if you want to support
not so much
On the
us.
Runs.
We have a very
Yeah.
low budget. If you couldn't
Eric
tell,
and Erika.
Eric
If you
and
want to
Erika.
become a Patreon,
Yes,
then
go
all of that
over
information is on.
On the Runs. Go follow On the Runs. Those guys are doing magic over there. So thank you guys for listening to Sample 4. We will be back at the end of April with another guest to do like a Boston recap. So looking forward to doing that. So Lindsey, any last words of wisdom?
I think that your words of wisdom have to come first.
Yes. Thank you guys again for listening, and never, ever trust a fart.
And don't forget to wipe. That one's for you, Eric.
What's up, everybody? Super excited to be on the recap right now, Sample 4. Got to thank Tara and Lindsey for giving us the opportunity to be on their podcast. They're a big deal. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Before we get to the real reason we're here to talk about March Madness, I have to say hello to my rock star, kick-ass, I said that all wrong, but to my kick-ass rock star of a co-host coming from her spare bedroom studio. What's up, 6-star Erika?
Not much, crew chief. How you been?
I am sitting in
You're
the
looking good.
pod
Looking
van. I got the boys sleeping behind me. Adeline's at Redline. And you know what the best part about podcasting is? You can do this from
Do it
anywhere. Like
you
you
just
have
slept
to.
through that intro?
Yeah, I wasn't super loud. I mean, one's coughing. You can probably hear about it, coughing in his sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
a little
just
bit.
everybody's always sick. Everybody's always sick.
Bummer, dude.
I know, but
Get
they're
sick
not.
now so you can be better for Boston.
Yeah. Well, dude, I haven't been sick in a while, so knock on wood. But they're not sick. They're just, people cough to cough, I guess. I don't know.
Mm.
Anyways, we're here for a special reason, and it is 5:13 on Wednesday night. There's another 5.5 hours of voting to go, but it's over. Bury the hatchet. Close the casket.
Blowout.
It's over. Unless Tom Brady shows up and mounts another comeback like the Patriots did against the Falcons, this thing is over. Eminem single-handedly just crushed Call on Me by Eric Perez. It's done.
I am honestly a little surprised. It's funny because you can tell who is more beat motivated and who is
Yep.
more lyric motivated, because that is like the key song with lyrics to get you just ready to go. And I mean, Call on Me just couldn't compete.
I mean, I swear, you thought Thunderstruck was going to beat Lose Yourself and win the whole thing.
I thought it was going to pull an upset.
Right. The real battle. I mean, this is such a disappointment. The championship game was such a blowout. It's just like a dud. The Final Four, though.
Right.
The Final Four was insane. It went down to the wire. Call on Me beat Work Bitch by one vote. One vote.
It was that close. Oh,
Yes.
man.
And Lose Yourself beat Thunderstruck. It was like 52 or 54% to 48%.
Uh-huh.
the two games in the Final Four were insane. Good for TV ratings. The sponsors got like they're worth it. They're worth on the commercial ads. And then whoever had the championship game, like it was on national TV, ABC, what a dud. It's like one of those games you're trying to find things to talk about. You can't find anything to talk about. It's a blowout.
The commercials were better.
Yeah. What a blowout. Unless Tom Brady shows up in the next couple of hours and but I bet you Tom Brady would vote for Lose Yourself. What do you think? Question of the week. What song would Tom Brady vote for? And we tag Tom Brady on that and see if he answers. Yeah.
That is a great question. I honestly would like to hear that from anybody. Like, are you more lyric motivated or are you beat motivated? What's going to get you pumped up for your run? So give us a line and let us know.
I mean, you're right though. Like what a comparison between the two. One's all beat, one's all lyrics. Like, yeah, those lyrics do pump yourself up. So, hey, the recap drops on Thursday. Everyone who's listening to us now just heard it, but you don't know what they talked about, Erika. And they said that you and the two of them were going to make a reel to whatever song won. So get your creativity, content, mind thinking. You're going to have to make something to this song. It's just too bad Call on Me didn't win because you would have dressed up like those the girls in the leotards and stuff, and we would have recreated that
like
video.
A side pony.
Yeah, we would have recreated that video.
Leg warmers, who knows?
You know, the other song was Work Bitch. They were really hoping that you were going to recreate a reel for Work Bitch. That's what they were pulling for. But I have some creative ideas for Lose Yourself. I do, and I'm pretty excited. So,
well, all I know is that if need be, I can wreck a sweatshirt with some spaghetti. So I got that going for me.
There you go.
Usually it happens anyways. I'm quite a slob.
So I want to talk about one other thing for 45 seconds because
let's go.
This is when the diehards listen. This is when the diehard people who've been listening to this podcast forever, they stay tuned for the whole thing. Guys, we just had a meeting and shit's happening next month. Get excited. Get fucking excited. Save your money so you can go and support the people who are going to support us soon. Get ready. We have more meetings planned too.
Big things are coming. Yeah.
Well, it is big for us. For others, it's very little. For us, it's very big.
It's a start. It's a start, and we're very excited about it.
It's going to be super cool. We're going to
keep it on the down low for now.
Yeah.
But we'll fill you in when the time is right.
Expect some big things. Maybe if some of you meet us around the expo day or at mile 19, we'll have some goodies to give away, and that'll be like a little bit of a teaser. A teaser.
Yes.
But cool things are happening, and you're going to love not just that for us, but you're going to love the story about this, we'll just say brand. You're going to love the story about this brand. So one last note, Erika, you need to say happy birthday to someone very special. Whose birthday is it today?
Well, besides my very awesome boyfriend, Brandon, it is
that's right.
birthday today.
I did it. Yeah, I forgot about that. Holy shit. Happy birthday, Brandon.
It is. But it is the man, the myth, the legend, Chad Aldra. Jeremy, happy birthday to you. We hope you're having a wonderful time. And I figured out where you are. Thank you for posting on Facebook. He is in Ireland, so he is enjoying himself. He's even brought Stoolie along. So
Stoolie's in Ireland. Look at Stoolie go. Wow.
He is going all over the place. I'm just loving this Stoolie in the wild thing. So happy birthday, my friend. Enjoy yourself.
You know what's funny, though? When I lit up that little birthday teaser, you knew who I was talking about. I forgot it was your boyfriend's birthday.
No way. Of course you're not talking about Brandon. Yeah. We love them both, but Chad Aldra's a little cooler. Wink.
All right. Well, hey, guys, I hope you enjoyed the recap. Again, Tara and Lindsey, thank you so much for giving us the time to drop on your podcast and talk about March Madness. Eminem, you did it, man. You killed it. Unless someone in the next 5 hours after we record this comes through and just creates 62 Instagram accounts and votes for calling me every time. It's over.
Congratulations, Eminem.
Yeah, it was so ugly. Like, he just absolutely destroyed him. We had to have a closed casket funeral. It was that bad.
Ooh, burn.
Yeah.
Burn.
Guys, thank you so much. And don't fear the code brown.
And don't forget to stretch.